Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for our daily recap. So I'll be recapping each and every week that we advance now that we have officially gone into conference championship week. Um, there are some storylines to be told, so let's get into it. This is year two of my Clemson Dynasty with 12 other league mates. So let's just get into it. Remember, if you've been paying attention, it was a toss-up of who was going to make the SEC championship game, even the Big Ten championship game. ACC championship game was locked. That was me and LSU, so that's locked in. So let's just go into the league and see what has transpired since this last update. So let's see what we got here. Yep, they put me back to number one where I need to be. Come on, just think about that. All right, so ACC championship game, LSU Tigers and the Clemson Tigers, the Clemson Real Tigers, the Real Death Valley. Right, anyway. So let's get into it, man. So let's go to the scores and schedule so you can see. All right. By surprise, Alabama and Florida. This is a rematch of the regular season game. Made it to the conference championship. Alabama, Florida. The Big Ten championship, it is Oregon and Ohio State. And then, obviously, your Clemson Tigers against those LSU Tigers. That was already set. So let's just get into what transpired, though, right? So let's just go into the standings. Let's go to the SEC first because that's the one that's really more interesting. Because if you look, Alabama, they're 9-3, 71 in conference. Florida, 10-2, 71 in conference. South Carolina, 10-2, 71 in conference. South Carolina is ranked higher than Florida and Alabama. So how, Sway, is what they say. How, Sway? How did South Carolina not get into the conference championship game? Now, he got two losses, but one is out of conference to me in this epic collapse or my epic comeback, however you want to categorize it. Right? So he has one conference loss. So let's go over his losses, who he lost to, actually. Right? Texas is the defending champion. They're 6-2. Texas A&M is not a team, a user team, and then Georgia hit the bed. Anyway. So let's look at the Texas. Let's look at Texas schedule, right? Let's see who they actually lose to, right? So they won all their non-conference games. They only lost in conference into users. So they lost to Alabama. They got blew out, and then he beat South Carolina, and he got blew out by Florida. Okay. So he has two conference losses, so that's why he's out. So there's no question he wasn't going to be in there. That wasn't a question. Now, let's go to South Carolina. South Carolina won all of his I can't say that because I'm not conference. But he beat Georgia. He beat LSU. LSU's not in the SEC, so that's not a conference game. He lost to Texas. You see, he's had close games. He's had battles, right? Let's just keep it 100. Look, 3-1, 3-1. He beat Alabama. Then he lost to me by 1. That is, you can't script that. Like seriously, that can't be scripted. That's nail biting, booty cheeks kinked up, sweating, unarmed, sweating. You know what I'm saying? That's intense matchups. All his user games were intense matchups. But anyway, he lost to Texas. Okay, so Alabama beat Texas. He lost to Texas. Let's go to Florida. Florida. So let's just put it in perspective. As far as Florida actually should be 11-1. His user game right here against Oregon, he didn't play it. He didn't play it because he couldn't get to it within 48 hours, and he was just like, whatever, just give me a for sale. He should be 11-1. But let's get to the nitty gritty of the conference. He smacked up Georgia, smacked up Texas, got blew out. He got blew out by Alabama. Blew out by Alabama. So that is a rematch. All right, so let's go to Alabama. Alabama lost. Well, they won that game, lost to me, lost to Ohio State. And in the conference, excuse me, blew out Texas. I mean, 16 points, but it was a blowout from what I heard. Lost to South Carolina by a point and blew out Florida. And it has a rematch. So this was the thinking behind why South Carolina did not make the SEC championship game. And it had nothing. Obviously, it wouldn't have really had nothing to do with if he would have beat me. That would have been crazier, right? 11-1. Most likely the number one seed, number one ranked team, and don't make your conference championship game. That could have happened. It should have happened. Let's just keep it real. But it didn't. Could have, would have, should have. So what we came to conclude is he lost to the common opponent that these two beat. He lost to Texas, Florida, Alabama. Even though he's ranked higher than them, both beat Texas and beat them handily. So that's the only logical reasoning behind it. It has to be. It just has to be. There's just no way around it, right? Common opponent. If he would have beat Texas, it wouldn't have been no question because he would have been undefeated. So in that scenario, it would have been Florida and South Carolina. No, it would have been Alabama because Alabama beat Florida. So it would have been Alabama, South Carolina in a rematch. That was a game that was won by 1 point. Now we got another rematch of Florida, Alabama, which was actually a blowout. So this is the scenario that we think is going to happen in as far as how the CFP is set up. If Alabama loses, he's going to have 4 losses. If he loses in the conference championship game, he's going to have 4 losses. And we're predicting he will be out of the college football playoff. And I'll tell you the reason why. But let's first go over to let's go over to the Big Ten. What happened over there? So the last game of rivalry week was Ohio State versus Michigan. And it turns into a laugher, actually. It was a laugher. Ohio State won. So, it would have been interesting if Michigan would have won. If Michigan would have won, then he would have been 7-1 in conference. Notre Dame would have been 7-1 in conference. And Ohio State would have been 7-1 in conference. Neither one played Notre Dame. Head up. Oregon didn't even play Notre Dame. I don't know how the hell they did not play. He did not play any of the top dogs up in here, right? So it would have been Oregon, obviously, if he would. Wait, he didn't. Oregon didn't play. Okay, Oregon did not play Ohio State. Let's see here. They played Michigan, beat Michigan. So it would have been a rematch. That would have been a rematch. It would have been, or if was the 5th, we all be drunk, right? If Michigan would have won and beat Ohio State, it more than likely, possibly, who knows? I don't know. It just would have been jumbled up, but it didn't happen that way. The 2 undefeated teams in conference are going to play each other. It's plain and simple. So let's go to the CFP and why we say Alabama needs to win to be guaranteed in. Because They're 6 right now. They got 3 losses. If they have 4 losses, Liberty doesn't play, South Carolina doesn't play, Texas A&M doesn't play, Arizona State plays. If they lose, they're out too. Um, Wisconsin doesn't play nobody. Texas doesn't play nobody. So if Alabama loses, they will be a 4-loss team, and they will not. The prediction is they will not make the CFP. They won't. Arizona State, they're in the Big 12, and they play. I think they play Arizona. I'm not sure. Let's see. Where's it? Arizona State plays Iowa State. So if Iowa State beats Arizona State, the prediction is they're out too. But maybe that would help Alabama. So Alabama just basically they need to win. They need to win to be in. Alabama needs this dub. They're playing for their CFP life. The other teams, if they all let's just say, and we're gonna just throw out this real big scenario that will not happen. But let's say I lose to LSU, I'm still gonna be top 4. I only got that will give me 1 loss. I'm still gonna be in the top 4. I might even be top. I might be the 3 seed. Who knows? But I won't. I will still have a bye if I lose my title game, which I don't plan on doing. Right? Let's say I win, which I will. Obviously, I won. LSU will have 3 losses. I think LSU will still be a top 4 team. If not, they'll slide to 5, and they'll throw in South Carolina in the top 4. Depending on if Florida wins. So where's Florida? They're 8. So Florida might go. So golly, this is going to be a doozy, man. And I'm here for it. And I will be giving you guys updates because all 3 conference championship games should be played today. I'm going to play LSU a little bit later, maybe within the next 2 to 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, maybe 4 hours. Ohio State and Oregon will be playing, and then Alabama and Florida will be playing. So we will know by tonight the actual bracket and what it will truly look like. Because right now, all we're doing is guessing. All we're doing is guessing on what it's going to end up with. But I tell you this, I can guarantee if I lose, I'm still going to be top 4. I'm still going to have so I'm playing with house money. I don't want to play with house money because I am the ACC. And I want to remain undefeated. But, it's always any given Saturday, right? Any given Saturday, right? So it can happen, bro. It can happen. But I'm in the lab and I got something cooking. You know what I'm saying? I got some chemicals going and some other stuff going. Like I got the coat on, like I'm just like mixing and stirring and I got it popping. So y'all see it's gonna be live on my Twitch, and I will go ahead and download it once it's over to my YouTube, and I'll have clips on my TikTok. So just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. We're gonna see how it all plays out. It's lovely. Oh, I'll also be going over the awards winners, the Heisman winner, the All-Americans for each conference, and just the national All-American teams and all that good stuff. So I'm going to keep this going, man. I'm really going to keep this going, this series going of the Dynasty. And I'm going to try to implement a rule to where every user versus user game is somehow streamed. It don't have to be recorded. but stream so other people can see. Because the reason I say that is because I stream all my user games. Michigan streams all his user games. We're the only two that everybody can go and see. Oh, let me see, let me look, woo, woo, right? So let's just make it fair across board. I'm not going to stop if they say no, we're not going to do it. I'm not going to stop because I'm not scared. I'm not scared to show my gameplay because I have different styles. And at the end of the day, you got to stop me. If you think you know what I'm doing, you got to stop it, right? So that's where I stand with everything. But yeah, this is it, man. I gotta change my culture, man. While y'all see the process, so we going to the. It's gonna be in South Carolina. It may be raining, so we don't want to go in there with with the guns out. We don't want to go in there with the guns out. So let's see what we go rock with. Nah, that's too conservative. I like that a little bit. Yeah. Let's see this back up. Like that black, okay. Look, that's not a bad little style, huh? That don't look too bad. What we got though? Let's see. I like the one of the sweater. We're not gonna go with no. We ain't gonna do that. Okay. Nah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yo, that's not bad. That might be it. Let's just go and say that one. That might be it. Let's see. Nah, it's gonna be a little chilly out there, you know. Oh, with the jacket? What's that? What's that say? That's the layered jacket with the hoodie? T-shirt hoodie? It's a layered puffy jacket with the hoodie. I don't know. You know what? What was this one? Where it go? Right here. This one. That's more me. That's more my style. That's Stilo right there. Either this one or this one. It's almost very similar, but I like this one a little better. This is yeah, there we go. I was gonna change the pants, but I'm gonna keep the pants because I'm gonna come out in my blue pants. So yeah, we're gonna be matching. Coach gonna be matching. You know what I mean? Coach gonna be matching. That's what we do. Y'all see my players, man. Y'all see my players. How my players is G'd up from the feet up. We come from the school of Dion, baby. Look good, feel good, play good. From across the board, from the coach to the assistants, especially to the players. Ball boys, water girls, statisticians, everybody. It's a standard out here in Clemson, baby. And we working with it. We rocking with it. We're undefeated, baby. Conference championship, year 2, Clemson Tigers. Come fuck with your boy. It's going down tonight. It is going down tonight. All right, I'm out. See y'all in a couple of hours in actual gameplay. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need a little bit of luck. Come on, let's just keep it real. But you ready to smack these Tigers? The fake Tigers. Holla.